Unexplained aerial phenomena, particularly flying saucers, have long been a subject of controversy and intrigue. Are they merely myths or misinterpretations of natural occurrences? Or do they represent windows into realms we have yet to understand? In a world filled with advanced technology and ongoing scientific exploration, unidentified flying objects UAPs continue to spark curiosity and bewilderment. From secret government reports that occasionally leak, to mysterious sightings that cannot be easily dismissed, these phenomena remain at the forefront of both research and public fascination. Yet, the truth behind these phenomena is not only a scientific inquiry, but a philosophical and existential question that challenges the boundaries of our understanding of the world and our place within it. Are they secret government experiments, or could they truly be messages from other worlds? Are we really alone in the universe? In this article, we will explore the various dimensions of this fascinating phenomenon, shedding light on the scientific, cultural, and historical interpretations that may either open doors to understanding or deepen the mystery surrounding these events. The idea of flying saucers appeared in ancient cultures as part of myths and stories involving celestial beings or strange vehicles coming from outer space. In Sumerian civilization, there were references to gods descending from the sky in unusual crafts, with these tales revolving around beings possessing knowledge and powers beyond human understanding. These gods were believed to be coming from celestial bodies, adding a legendary and mysterious dimension to the flying saucer imagery in popular imagination. Throughout history, myths continue to inspire the concept of flying saucers in other cultures. During the Middle Ages, there were accounts of strange lights in the sky, and some believed they were signals from other realms or celestial vehicles with supernatural properties. These lights were described as moving in unusual ways, sometimes interpreted as evidence of beings visiting from the heavens. Some stories even spoke of sightings of flying crafts called arava, which were noted for their inexplicable technology, traveling across the sky at unbelievable speeds. By the early 20th century, public awareness of flying saucers grew significantly. Initially, stories of flying objects were considered myths or mere unscientific explanations for strange phenomena in the sky. Over time, the first scientific reports emerged regarding unexplained sightings of flying objects, capturing the interest of both scientists and the public. Folk tales gradually transformed into subjects for study and scientific research, with modern interpretations ranging from unusual atmospheric phenomena to theories involving extraterrestrial beings. As the decades passed, this concept continued to evolve rapidly, with increasing reports of flying saucer sightings around the world. This transformation shifted the phenomenon from a mere myth into a topic of scientific and cultural debate. With the advent of modern media in the mid-20th century, flying saucers began to have a noticeable impact on popular culture, appearing in films and books, taking on a more organized form, and becoming a subject of intense research in modern science, including both astronomical and military investigations. The Roswell incident is considered one of the most famous events associated with flying saucers, which occurred in the summer of 1947 in Roswell, New Mexico. During that time, unknown debris was found in a desert area near the city, sparking panic and questions among local residents. Initially, the U.S. Air Force announced that the debris found was the result of a crashed military weather balloon, part of a secret operation aimed at monitoring Soviet activity during that period. However, over time, the debate surrounding the incident took a different direction. Many people who had witnessed the debris or were close to the crash site pointed out that the wreckage was not an ordinary balloon, but contained strange materials. Unlike any known aircraft, some testimony spoke of discovering shiny metallic objects with an unexplainable structure, while others reported seeing unfamiliar shapes that had streaked across the sky. Later on, strong conspiracy theories emerged, claiming that the debris was actually from a crashed spacecraft, and that the U.S. government had concealed the truth from the public. Some even claimed to have seen the bodies of small extraterrestrial beings inside the wrecked craft. These stories were supported by a group of individuals who asserted that they had witnessed secret government cover-up operations, where the wreckage and potential alien bodies were transferred to remote locations for further study away from public view. Despite the conflicting evidence surrounding the incident, the Roswell case has remained a pivotal point in UFO culture. The event became a symbol of mystery and doubt regarding the existence of extraterrestrial life and their possible visits to Earth. It also fueled the belief that the government might be aware of these beings and is concealing information about them. Over the years, many researchers and enthusiasts have embraced the incident as evidence of extraterrestrial objects, and Roswell is still regarded as one of the most controversial events in the history of flying saucers. Despite the growing interest in flying saucers and the related aerial phenomena, governments, particularly the U.S. government, have dealt with these phenomena in a non-transparent manner, which has contributed to the increasing mystery surrounding the topic. Initially, government reports on flying saucers were shrouded in secrecy, raising questions and doubts about whether these governments were hiding the truth from the public. While some governments monitored reports and gathered information about flying saucers, there was a widespread impression that they may have concealed certain evidence or downplayed the significance of the phenomenon. One example of this was the Project Blue Book of the U.S. Air Force, launched in the 1950s to study unexplained aerial phenomena, including flying saucer sightings. This project collected and documented reports of flying saucer sightings from civilians and military personnel. Although the project lasted several years, it was discontinued in 1969 after the U.S. Air Force released a report stating that most sightings were not a threat to national security and did not warrant further investigation. The report concluded that there was no conclusive evidence to suggest that flying saucers were extraterrestrial beings or posed a danger to the United States. However, this was not the end of the matter, as some secret government documents began to surface in recent years, sparking renewed interest in the topic. For example, some reports and documents were leaked, showing that the U.S. government continued to collect information on flying saucers and unidentified aerial phenomena UFOs. Some of these documents confirmed that investigations had not ceased, but were conducted in secret, leading many to question the true level of attention the government was giving to this phenomenon. In 2020, the U.S. Department of Defense refocused on the topic by creating a new unit called the UAP Task Force, dedicated to gathering and analyzing information on unidentified aerial objects. In 2021, the Pentagon released an official report containing information about sightings that occurred in recent years without offering clear explanations. The report indicated that these phenomena were not identified as threats by any known nation or group, complicating the issue further and raising more questions about whether an external force, such as extraterrestrial beings, might be behind these sightings. All of this government handling and the presence of conflicting and incomplete reports have added layers of tension and suspicion among the public, fueling doubts about the existence of alien or extraterrestrial beings. This governmental secrecy has continued to feed conspiracy theories, turning flying saucers into more than just a scientific or cultural phenomenon, but a symbol of political and technological mystery. Over time, flying saucers became an integral part of popular culture, evolving from mere news reports or mythical stories into a significant element in films, books, and TV shows. The impact of flying saucers on these media was profound, helping shape stereotypes and shared ideas about extraterrestrial beings and their spacecraft, which in turn helped spread the concept across successive generations. One of the most notable examples of this influence is the film Close Encounters of the Third Kind, released in 1977. Directed by Steven Spielberg, the film introduced the idea of communication between humans and extraterrestrial beings through flying saucers in a way that blended mystery and suspense. The movie marked a turning point in how flying saucers were depicted in cinema, adding a human element to the subject by portraying interactions between humans and aliens as non-hostile, with a focus on understanding these beings and establishing contact. Similarly, the iconic TV series The X-Files had a major impact on popular culture by presenting flying saucers as part of a complex government conspiracy in unexplored realms. Beginning in the early 1990s, the show embodied the idea that there was something bigger than just the flying saucers, a vast web of government secrets and extraterrestrial connections. The X-Files helped renew and expand the presence of flying saucers in the public consciousness, adding elements of horror and mystery that made the subject seem more than just a natural or scientific phenomenon, but rather part of a larger quest for truth behind unexplained phenomena. Flying saucers didn't just stay confined to films and TV shows, they also merged with literature and books. This topic captured the imagination of writers and authors across various literary genres, from science fiction to psychological literature. Works such as The War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells presented visions of alien invasions, inspiring generations of writers and creators. In literature, Flying saucers weren't just spacecraft, they symbolized humanity's intellectual and technological challenges, testing our understanding of the universe and our place within it. Thus, flying saucers evolved from an unexplained phenomenon or a limited scientific subject into a culture symbol. In cinema, literature, and television, they became part of the collective conversation about the unknown, occupying an important space in human thought. By depicting flying saucers as tools for communication or as symbols of alien invasion, this transformation made flying saucers more than just an unexplained phenomenon, but rather a shared global narrative exploring big questions about life, space, and existence. One of the frequently proposed explanations for the UFO phenomenon is that they could be the result of advanced secret military technologies. Some experts suggest that many of the strange sightings of flying saucers might actually be experimental aircraft or military vehicles developed by governments using highly advanced technology. These vehicles could be part of classified projects that the public is unaware of, leading to an inability to properly interpret these sightings. Among the technologies that might be behind some of the mysterious sightings are high-speed jet aircraft, stealth planes, and vehicles with elusive characteristics that have the ability to disappear from radar or move at speeds far beyond what is currently known. These technologies might contribute to strange sightings, where witnesses observe vehicles moving at unusual speeds or appearing in unfamiliar shapes. These vehicles may have undergone advanced, undisclosed testing, explaining why some sightings cannot be explained using known technologies. In fact, some UFO reports show details that match the characteristics of certain secret aircraft, such as stealth planes or vehicles with aerodynamic features that make them invisible to radar. On the other hand, some famous incidents that were captured or documented depict scenes that seem to align with these military possibilities, reinforcing the idea that some UFOs could be the result of secret experiments. Some evidence suggests that the U.S. government, for example, might have been testing new technologies in remote or controlled areas, making these sightings incomprehensible to the public. With the increasing research on stealth aircraft and modern engine technologies, it appears that these vehicles may be capable of flying at speeds faster than the speed of sound, making them appear as strange objects in the sky. While this explanation does not cover every reported case, it remains one of the strong interpretations for some phenomena that initially seemed inexplicable. Flying saucers could, in some instances, be technical experiments testing military vehicles developed in total secrecy. Given the limited information available about these sightings and classified military research, it is still possible that some of these phenomena are the result of technologies we know little about. From a scientific perspective, many UFO sightings can be explained as unexplained atmospheric phenomena or natural events that have not yet been fully understood. One reason that might contribute to explaining these phenomena is the complex interactions that occur in the Earth's atmosphere. These phenomena could result from specific weather conditions, such as changes in atmospheric pressure or the effects of surface winds, that cause unusual movements of objects in the sky. In some cases, the lights people see in the sky could be reflections of moonlight on clouds or other parts of the atmosphere, giving the impression that there are flying objects moving in unfamiliar ways. Additionally, strange weather phenomena can occur due to visual effects caused by weather conditions or natural events like low-lying clouds or planets appearing in the sky, fooling the human eye into perceiving them as flying objects. Sometimes, these phenomena are linked to celestial bodies that appear as altered light forms due to the angles from which they are observed, such as planets or stars that take on unfamiliar shapes at certain times of the year. Meteorology acknowledges the existence of many phenomena that can lead to sightings, similar to those associated with flying saucers. For example, it is known that gases emitted from volcanoes or rivers can create strange lights in the sky. These phenomena can produce unusual visual effects, leading people to mistakenly interpret them as flying objects. Changes in wind patterns or magnetic fields can also cause unnatural movement of objects in the sky, which contributes to explaining some of the mysterious sightings. In some cases, these sightings might result from the combination of various weather factors, such as scattered light from unknown sources or atmospheric interactions, that create unexpected effects on objects in the sky. Ultimately, although many sightings cannot be immediately explained, science continues to study these phenomena, striving to find material and natural explanations for them. The theory of flying saucers as a means of interplanetary travel is one of the most popular explanations for the UFO phenomenon. It is believed that some of these flying saucers could actually be spacecraft from distant planets in the universe. This idea is supported by some alleged evidence gathered from eyewitnesses, who described the flying saucers as vessels with highly advanced designs, suggesting the presence of technology beyond what is known on Earth. This concept bolsters the assumption that flying saucers might be tools used by extraterrestrial beings to visit Earth. One of the intriguing aspects of this explanation is the reports indicating that some flying saucers can move at speeds exceeding the speed of sound and change directions abruptly, capabilities that cannot be explained with current technologies on Earth. These abilities attributed to flying saucers raise questions about the potential existence of highly advanced technology that allows for these unfamiliar patterns of movement, leading some to believe that these phenomena might be linked to beings from other worlds. Moreover, some studies and research conducted on flying saucers point to clear contradictions in the traditional interpretation of atmospheric phenomena, strengthening the hypothesis that these vehicles might indeed be a form of interstellar travel. Some scientists believe that if there are advanced extraterrestrial civilizations in distant corners of the universe, they may have started visiting Earth, and these visits could explain the sightings of flying saucers. However, this theory remains highly debated, as it lacks definitive evidence supporting the existence of extraterrestrial beings or interplanetary travel. Despite the numerous reports claiming sightings of extraterrestrial beings or interactions with flying saucers, tangible evidence to conclusively prove these hypotheses is still missing. Nonetheless, the idea remains alive in both popular and scientific culture, sparking the imagination of scientists and space enthusiasts alike, and continues to be an open topic for study and exploration. Famous video footage of flying saucers has long been a subject of fascination and controversy, with some of these recordings being among the most influential visual evidence in the discussion surrounding unexplained aerial phenomena. One of the most well-known incidents was the Phoenix Lights in 1997, where numerous witnesses documented a strange sight in the sky, showing a group of lights moving unnaturally over Phoenix, Arizona. The videos captured during this event displayed large lights moving in a coordinated manner, raising questions about whether this phenomenon was caused by flying saucers or other unexplained phenomena. With the advancement of modern technology, it has become possible to analyze these videos more accurately using techniques such as motion analysis, scaling analysis, and advanced verification tools like image and video analysis software. These technologies help filter the footage to determine whether it contains real evidence that supports the sightings. However, many of the videos captured during famous incidents remain questionable, with some experts doubting their authenticity. Some believe that these clips may have been faked using video editing techniques, while others think they could be simply light reflections or visual effects caused by atmospheric disturbances or other natural phenomena. Additionally, some argue that certain videos could be experiments created by individuals or groups to spread particular ideas about flying saucers or to generate media hype. In this context, the challenge in determining the credibility of these recordings lies in the difficulty of verifying them. Even with in-depth analyses, significant doubts often remain about whether these videos truly represent real flying saucer sightings or if they are just visual hoaxes. The greatest challenge in establishing the credibility of famous flying saucer videos is the lack of strong, reliable evidence that definitively confirms or denies the existence of these phenomena. The subject often remains shrouded in mystery, with the correct answer remaining elusive despite ongoing efforts to analyze these visual pieces of evidence. The phenomenon of flying saucers is not limited to the United States or the West, but is also widespread in many parts of the world. In Asia, for example, numerous sightings have been recorded that raise questions similar to those reported in other regions. In China and India, stories about flying objects are often linked to ancient local myths. In some traditions, these phenomena are interpreted as signs of celestial beings or ancient gods descending to Earth, reflecting a cultural view that sees flying saucers as a connection between Earth and the heavens. Some of these sightings involve unknown lights in the sky that are sometimes interpreted as sacred signs or messages from supernatural entities. In Latin America, there are also many stories related to flying saucers. In some local cultures, these phenomena are linked to ancient civilizations, where it is believed that flying saucers could be associated with celestial beings who visited Earth in the past. Sometimes, these flying saucers are depicted as part of ancient myths that tell of visits from creatures from the sky to Earth. In these contexts, flying saucers are not just strange phenomena, but extensions of cultural symbolism passed down through generations. The local cultural perspective on flying saucers can significantly influence how the phenomena are interpreted. In many cases, they are viewed through the lens of religious or mythological traditions, making them part of stories that seek to understand the relationship between humans and the unknown world. However, while these cultural interpretations can enrich our understanding of these phenomena, they also create disparities in how flying saucers are approached in different societies. Moreover, modern technologies can play a role in deepening the global understanding of these phenomena. In some instances, governments and scientific organizations in these countries conduct independent studies on unexplained aerial phenomena, fostering international data exchange. As the number of sightings continues to increase in various regions of the world, the question remains open as to whether there is a single answer to all these phenomena, or if diverse cultural interpretations influence our views on flying saucers. Since the 1950s, the U.S. government has systematically studied unexplained aerial phenomena, primarily through projects aimed at analyzing flying saucer sightings. The most prominent of these projects was Project Blue Book, launched in 1952, which gathered data on UFO sightings from across the United States. The goal of the project was to investigate reports of unidentified flying objects and determine whether they posed a national security threat. However, the project found no conclusive evidence of a threat from flying saucers, concluding that most sightings were due to misunderstandings or natural explanations of atmospheric phenomena. When Project Blue Book was terminated in 1969, the official report suggested that flying saucers were nothing more than unexplained phenomena, with natural explanations, such as clouds or fighter jets seen in unusual ways. Despite the project's closure, governmental interest in these phenomena continued quietly, especially after new reports emerged claiming to have encountered unexplained sightings. In recent years, governmental interest in unidentified aerial phenomena has increased again, evidenced by the creation of new projects like the UAP Task Force, launched in 2020. This unit was dedicated to collecting and analyzing data on unexplained aerial phenomena observed by the U.S. military, including sightings by military pilots. In 2021, the Department of Defense released an official report on these phenomena, which included information gathered by the military on sightings in recent years. While the report stated that no conclusive evidence was found to prove the existence of threats from UFOs, it acknowledged that some cases remain unexplained. Leaks of these secret government documents have sparked wide interest among researchers and the public, reopening the debate on whether unidentified aerial phenomena could be linked to advanced technology or even extraterrestrial beings. These leaks have led some to question the level of transparency the government has regarding the topic and opened the door to more questions about whether governments are hiding information about these phenomena. Overall, the study of flying saucers and unidentified aerial phenomena remains shrouded in mystery, especially in light of government secrecy and the lack of definitive answers. As new reports continue to emerge regarding these phenomena, the question persists about how much information governments possess, and whether these phenomena represent something extraordinary, or merely a mix of reality and incomplete scientific interpretation. As we continue to explore these mysteries that stretch the limits of our understanding, one thing remains clear: our quest for answers is far from over. Whether these phenomena hold secrets of extraterrestrial origins, or are simply products of our imagination, the allure of the unknown keeps us questioning, searching, and looking to the skies. If you've enjoyed this journey into the unexplained and want to stay informed on the latest developments, make sure to subscribe to my space story. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications for our upcoming videos. Together, we'll continue to uncover the mysteries of the universe, one story at a time. Stay curious and keep exploring.